It's crazy how these rappers will take 50K out of the bank and take a picture with it or pose with it or whatever and be convinced that they're doing better than somebody who's blatantly doing dramatically better than them. And I say this as a person who refuses to take part in these shenanigans. I do not go to the bank and withdraw money to flex on people. I say that standing in my many, many $1 million office building that I bought with my own hard-earned money. So, to anybody who's actually fooled by that, who actually sees somebody withdraw money and flex with it on the gram, and they think that means that those people actually got money. I mean, hey, if that impresses you, I think you're the target audience for that kind of content. As far as for me, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I don't put myself out there like that. I'm never going to go withdraw all the money I got. I'm never going to go withdraw all the money I got in the bank. I'm never going to post screenshots of what my bank account looks like. Just trust, if I did, I could make a lot of these rappers look stupid. So Money Man has a reputation for being one of the biggest cap artists in the music industry. Basically, everything he puts out is massively botted and inflated. He's nowhere near as popular as he acts like he is. So I decided to check out and see how his latest project is doing. It's right here. It's been out for about 2 weeks. I tallied up all of the plays. Equals about 750K on Spotify. So we double that since Apple Music is a thing. Lands you on about 1.5 million streams after 2 weeks. And by the measure that we use, we divide that by 1,500. That is 1,000. 1,000 album sales total in the first 2 weeks of its release. So, again, this guy wants you to believe that he's got money. And I'm just saying it's bull. Okay. 1,000 in the first 2 weeks.
Yo, bro. What's up, Adam22, nigga? Play money.
Yo, it's Big Ant the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on the Boosie and Vlad business dispute causing the online domino effect once again. As we seen it hit the internet, different people gave how they felt about it. Well, then Aries Spears and him got into their little situation back and forth, and now it led to Adam22 and Money Man having their own, as different people reposted and resharing things. Say Cheese had reposted up what Money Man had put on Twitter, where he said Vlad's supposed to pay Boosie off GP. Bro was down. Sometimes it's bigger than the profit. Vlad gonna make it in other ways. And then he responded to somebody that said, black people logic, no profit, just run a business that makes no profit. Money Man said, you gotta pay for promo, gang. NBA pay a nigga sometimes just cause he's there at that time. It is what it is. Then he responded to somebody that said, nobody even bringing up how much Vlad is making off of TikTok and Facebook. When Boosie died, Vlad will double his money also. There are just a bunch of Boosie haters that will agree with whoever against him. Money Man said, yeah, the money keep coming forever on them clips for sure. And he can sell them for 5 to times 10. Adam responded to that in the comments and said, for sure we not listening to broke rappers tell us how to run our businesses. And Money Man responded with showing his money and said, Adam22, no jumper. Nigga, F your interview unless you gonna pay me 50K, gang. Adam came back today after putting all them videos up and responded in the comments again, because Say Cheese had posted up what Money Man said and put, Money Man has a fabricated rap career and he gets mad whenever anyone calls it out. Now, several layers to this conversation right here. We'll start with No Puncher 22 first, because he's just one of them dudes who looks to cause confusion on the internet. He is a face of the capital C's. He has a Baphomet tattoo on his hand. That is the symbol for confusion, or wherever he got the tattoo at. He also has an upside down cross. Dude is really lost. You can never be in competition with a man who will sell his wife for $1, because he will go low as he got to go. He will go all the way down to hell to make a buck. He's soulless, he's spineless. You can never let them tell you anything and think that it's from a place of respect, because he has shown you he doesn't respect himself or his own family because of the things that him and his wife do. We got to call him spade a spade. Also, he's inside of this building gaslighting. Is this the same building that Adam was just recently trying to sell? Because he's trying to downsize his business, and then also he just recently laid off some employees a few years ago, right after saying that Joe Budden wasn't really making money like that, getting on the internet, count Joe Bucket and pocket watching Joe Budden. Then it later comes out a couple years after that Joe Budden doing $1 million a month off of Patreon, but you was trying to say he wasn't this or that, but then you had to let your employees and people on your team go and things of that nature. Fam, ain't nobody comparing their money to you. Just keeping it all the way 1,000, because you will do anything for it, and you don't respect yourself. If I'm the person that's out here trying to get it on some player type of stuff, when I hear you talk to rappers and you call rappers broke, whether they broke or not, these are the people that make your platform be able to be financially possible. See, you're not understanding that you need this culture. The rappers are what turned your platform up. So now it's like, hey, I done made it, I done got a position, I can call these dudes broke. The dudes you started out interviewing, that was a lot of them rich, that a lot of them have money. Did you have money at that time? So Money Man decided, hey, bro, let me go ahead and pop it on you real quick and show you that I can go show you I got some paper. But now you trying to say, well, I got my business in the bank. Y'all will be hurt. Y'all will feel bad about it. Hey, fam, trust me, Adam, if you pulled out $10 billion, nobody would feel away but the people who work for you. Trust me, because we seen you sell your soul to get it. It is what it is. Now, on top of the fact, when it comes to the music conversation with Money Man, let's be real. Adam, you was trying to interview Money Man years ago. I remember that. You was on camera talking about you want to get Money Man on the interview. So now you just acting like he an artist that you ain't never heard of and you never was really jamming musically. Knock it off, bro. That's still on the internet. I know it's either when you was on that Fresh and Fit show or one of them other shows, because I just happened to catch it that one day. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Money Man, people trying to get him on their platforms and things like that. But then on the other side of the conversation, what Money Man said when he talked about the profit, I get what Money Man is saying right there. That is something that we do. And people hate when I bring race into it, but it's a fact. Black people, we will do things at times like, hey, bro, I'm finna take a little bit on the loss, but you my dog, we been rocking. You know what, I'm gonna throw you an extra $2,500 this time around. Even though it's cut into my profit, I ain't really tripping. But we look at it like that. I just, whatever, throw it to you, dog. We'll work it out in the future. We'll figure something out. Vlad has already showed Boosie in the whole entire culture, his is strictly business. He showed that with Lord Jamar Godfrey when they asked for the apology and they said, you gotta apologize to Minister Farrakhan and we can't be here no more. Vlad went to his numbers, pulled them up. Hey, I just checked the last month. Neither one of y'all have been on the show, and I've got more views than I've ever had without y'all being on here. So no, I'm not gonna apologize. Boosie saw that. Boosie knew that Vlad is all about business. On top of the fact, Boosie didn't even come tell us that he really asked for 15,000 more. He went for the 5 or whatever. So that's that. I get what Money Man is saying on that point. But when it comes to the back catalog, these back catalogs on YouTube don't make what everybody think they make at times. It's not like the music where people are just constantly going to listen to old songs and people are listening to their old catalog and things like that, because people have already saw the interview clip or the video clip, especially on the news side of things. They're not really going back and watching that old stuff like that. And because it's not a music song, I don't even know fully if it generates the pay like that once somebody has already watched it from an account before. Until if they watch the full thing already, I don't really know how that breaks down. But you still got to get 1,000 views on an old clip that could be 10 years old for it to start even counting any type of money. Depending on what the RPM is on that video, you ain't really making that much. Now, Vlad does, as a collective, all the stuff that him and Boosie have done in the back catalog. If he added all that up at the back, his whole catalog with Boosie, that can make some money for sure. But Boosie didn't negotiate that. Whether it's Facebook, TikTok, I don't know. If he showed Boosie all that, he said he showed him the numbers, so that would be for Boosie to figure that out. He knows, like, hey, fam, I can just go interview 3 other people and then get the same profit that I was finna get off of you now. I got the people watching, whether they like it or love it. Boosie should have got that overstood in the beginning of what he was trying to do or what he was trying to accomplish. It looks like Boosie really just got upset because he heard that 6ix9ine was getting a bigger check. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think, though. Shout out to Money Man. I got an 85 Money Man song playlist. But tell me what y'all think. We got more dropping, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.